Some people like watching sports. Others like talking about the weather. But us? We just like eating people. They wouldn't let us do that here. So we trekked across the stars to become business professionals. We're going to open up a theme park, a dinosaur theme park, where absolutely no one ever dies in a horrible accident where their corpse can't be recovered. Ever. Hey everyone, and welcome to Cannibal Dinosaur Park, the Rimworld campaign where I finally actually build a base. I don't get raided every 20 minutes, more like every 30, and we have more mental breaks than we've ever had before. So the goal of this campaign is going to be to build up a giant dinosaur theme park where we capture a lot of dinosaurs, keep them safe inside, and then when the guests who come in from the hospitality mod randomly go missing, we can blame them on wandering into the dinosaur pens and the dinosaurs eating them. Definitely not going to be that we're a bunch of cannibals stealing people building a dinosaur park to blame their deaths on. But that being said, the mod list for this campaign is out of control. There's got to be like 115 mods, and it took an eternity to get all of these working together. Most importantly, though, I think his nature is pretty sweet. I spent a long time getting that working, but I'll talk about that in a different video, I think, because it would take forever to go through all of the mods. For now, let's just get into some gameplay as fast as possible. I'm going to go through a custom scenario, which is exactly Crash Landed, but with one additional survivor to give us a jump start on both building the base and also on having one more person I can custom tailor to be extremely neurotic for additional mental breaks. And I've also removed toxic fallout, so all the things don't die all the time. And then lastly, we're going to drop down to Savage this campaign. My last 10 campaigns were on Merciless, but raids every 15 minutes, while fun, to some extent, I've been lacking in building progress in all of my campaigns. So we're going to make up for that here by going on Savage, and hopefully by making everyone in the campaign extremely neurotic when I start out. We should have some increased difficulty from that to make up for it. Just personal difficulty rather than endless raid difficulty. Over here on the campsite, the seed, it's called Campsite. I've already picked out a really cool looking seed for the entire campaign. I'm going to bump up the rainfall and temperature by 1 pip each. While the map is loading, this is a good time, I think, to give away another copy of Rimworld. The last time I did this, I think 500 people responded, which was shocking. I thought there'd be only about 50 at most. But since there seems to be a big demand for it, and I always get enough ad revenue on these first episodes to buy another copy, I figured, hey, why not? It works out for everybody. If you need a copy, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll announce the winner in episode number 3 at the end. And here is our little world, the Turnotler Sea. Look at this little place, Red Beetle Isle. So nature is pretty sweet, adds a bunch of biomes to the game. We have redwood forests over here. There are, what is this? This is a tall grass prairie. Over here we've got savanna. Down here we've got some volcanic fields. And I think there's at least a couple more, but I don't see them offhand, or they may not be on this specific map. But there's a whole bunch of new biomes with some interesting new things that go on. Nature is pretty sweet. Unfortunately, to get animals to spawn in those new biomes, I had to go through and custom enter INI files for basically 6 different mods, each of which had 50 to 80 animals. It was a process, let me tell you. But we're going to pick this tile right here. I want to be on the coast with a river with a little bit of a hill. This is 2234 north, 3883 east. And because we're going to make a big theme park, I'm going to increase the default size to 275 by 275 from 250 by 250. And here's the initial roster. We've got myself. I've added Cannibal, very neurotic, which is going to increase our mental break threshold by 14%, but also, when we're not on a mental break, increase our work speed by 40%. Very helpful for getting our park built. I got Volatile, which is going to increase our mental break threshold to 15%. I personally am Industrious, so another 35% work speed, and also Pessimist, so -6 mood. You can see I'm really going for, I want to get things built, but also have a ton of interpersonal issues in this campaign. We have Cinnamon over here, a cannibal. I basically added cannibal, very neurotic and volatile to everyone. And I tried to have one additional penalty, either depressive or pessimist or something like that. And then everyone gets one good bonus. And in Cinnamon's case, that's careful shooter. So Cinnamon's our shooter. I'm going to be our industrial builder. Mango over here is a fast walker. look at this guy. And Zavoria is going to be tough, our melee expert. But otherwise, everyone's got cannibal, very neurotic, volatile, and some other negative penalty. Mango, by the way, has compulsive liar, which is interesting because I added another mod that adds gossip to the game. So we'll see how that works out for him as he goes around lying about everybody. But with that said, there's no relationships. I did do a test campaign where a lot of these characters were in relationships to start, just randomly, and that did not work out. It was too easy. So hopefully this will work out for us. Off we go. And we're landing already in the yellow. Ooh, our little pet this time is some kind of Xwynns. Xwynns? Apparently named Mac. Hey, little buddy. Look, it's Mac the iguana. Fantastic. Let's take a look around. First of all, let's zoom out and take a look at this map. Isn't this a beautiful map? We've got a natural river flowing through here. We've got, like, lily pads and whatnot in various areas. This flows out into this lake, which I think the game counts as an ocean right here. We've got a number of interesting hills. I'm going to make the park right in this area right there. And then we have some beach over here. Now, one of the things nature is pretty sweet does, well, first, it really kills the FPS. Just a warning if you guys decide to use it. But I feel like it's worth it because it's a fantastic... It makes the world feel alive. Like over here, for example, this is wet sand. So as the seasons change, or the tide changes rather, the wet sand will actually get covered with water, and then that will come back. So the tides will actually move over time, which is pretty cool. And additionally, the rainfall will make the soil wet as well. So you can get additional increased harvests from wet soil of all kinds, especially fertile dirt. Fertile dirt goes from 140 to 220, I believe, when it's wet. Now, that only happens while it's raining, but since we are in a wet biome, it might rain fairly often, which will help us out with growing quite a bit. Let's go take a look at the animals on the list, because I'm sure some of you have already spotted a lot of them. Look at this. Spinosaurus quetzalcoatlus, Geosternbergia, Dimetrodon, Edaphosphorus, Lycanops. There are so many things here. Look at this. Komodo dragons. Oh, look, we can get Monkey Slate again. Pitacorsaurus. Manipulator. To get all of these things, these are from a bunch of different mods. To get them all to run was actually a process, which, again, I'll explain in another video. But let's just take a look around the map and see what's up here. We got black rhinoceros. Over here, we've got a little guy, Lycanops. Isn't he cute? He's tiny. I wanted to see him move, but he's not moving. Over here, we've got, this is a manipulator. It's like a giant praying mantis or something, it looks like. And then over here, very close to us, we've got Suchomimus. Suchomimus? The heck is that thing called? Here's a nice little buddy. Look at him. He doesn't look dangerous at all. This is Ornithosuchus, apparently. I'm not going to struggle to pronounce these names at all. Look at this one over here. It's like a bird. It's ginormous. Quetzalcoatlus. Hey, little Monkey Slate. He's probably in there someplace. We'll find out later. Some more of these, whatever they're called, Ornithosuchus. There's literally, I think, 150 dinosaurs, not including the megafauna mod, which adds like 50 more things from Earth that did exist, like woolly mammoths and whatnot. Edaphosaurus. That's crazy. Ooh, is this? Yeah, so nature is pretty sweet. Also adds a lot of biome things. Like over here, we have a pineapple plant next to a banana tree. Well, that's kind of cool. Livia, whatever that is. We got mushrooms over here. Bamboo plants as well. Berry bush down there. Look at this giant thing. Is that thing actually real? Was there really a scorpion that was like 30 feet long? That's crazy. Monoscorpius. Ooh, this one's huge. Or is that two? Not even, no, that's just one. Spinosaurus. Look at its spine. Huh, I mean, that must be why it's called Spinosaurus. Bunch of guys over here. Pitacosaurus or whatever they are. So we got some cherry trees on the map over there. Here's an interesting one. Desmatosuchus. I like its aerodynamic wings there. I'm sure they're just like reverse horns, but they're pretty cool. What is this looking thing? What the? Is this one of those things that scares you? Dilophosaurus? That has like a giant mating thing around its neck. It's like... Apparently. There's this weird little plant over here. This is a plumeria. There's a lot... Oh, here's some Komodo dragons. That's pretty cool. Oh, look at these guys when they're like looking... When they're face down looking at you. Aren't they? Look, they got their tongue sticking out. Yeah, they just walk around with their tongue sticking out, apparently. Are those the same ones? Yep, Komodo dragons. That's amazing. Anywho's, there is a very substantial amount of things on the map, as you can see. One of the things we're going to have to do is go into the world map and caravan out to different biomes to find different dinosaurs as we build the park. So we're currently in the tropical rainforest. Right up the road here, we've got tropical swamp. Over here, we've got savanna. Over here, we got arid shrubland. Over here, we got temperate forest. And that looks to be all of the immediate. There's another one up here, tall grass prairie. So within maybe like a day's walk, maybe 2 days walk, we've got at least 5 biomes. Oh, not even including literally next door to us is volcanic fields. So there's a lot of places to go. It's going to be a long trek when we just had to go to the redwood forest. Those are all the way up here. But that is for the future. For now, we got to get our basics going. So first and foremost, I know that Zavoria here is our melee expert. Let's get her to equip all of the melee-oriented items. Next up, I know Cinnamon's the best shooter. Let's give her the best gun. Mango has a shooting of 4. That's going to be sufficient for the revolver. And then lastly, come over here to orders and unforbid everything. And we need to start laying out some very basics. The first thing, of course, we always need is wood. So let's go for choppy chops. Probably this whole area right there. Actually, you know what? I want to chop wood down here because we're going to end up growing over that in the almost immediate future. And as soon as Zavoria gets her gear on... There we go. Look at her. She looks fantastic. We got 1 melee expert now, 1 long range. Simon already looks mad. We've only been here for 2 minutes. She's already mad. And then Mango's literally fallen asleep cutting trees. This campaign's off to a beautiful start. A beautiful start. So I'm going to take a minute here to go through the work tab. And we'll cut back in a second because I used Fluffy's work tab, as I'm sure anyone who's seen my series before knows. And I take a long time to get this set up for maximum efficiency in terms of me not having to control stuff. I am like violently averse to micromanaging characters. I just won't do it. And so I use the work tab to get around that. So we'll set this up now. Well, from left to right, we're going to do firefighting on a 2. Patienting, if we're going to be under emergency treatment, it's a number 1. Doctoring is going to be a number 1 for the people who are good doctors, and like a lower priority, like feed patients on a 2, but I still want it relatively high because patients will oftentimes die if they're not fed right away, and they don't begin their recovery process. But these are the 2 most important things. Operate and all that's back up on a 3. Meanwhile, bed rest, hall, and basic are all on 3s, and then we start getting into the work orders around 4, 5, and 6, and 7, actually. So Cinnamon's going to be the primary cook. I'm going to be the primary animal handler / constructor, and then hopefully after that I'll get a lot of crafting done. Mango's going to be our cleaner down here, the only person with cleaning higher than hauling. And he's also going to be our grower plant cutter. That's very important because we only have a handful of people who can do this. What I might do, thinking about it now, is just have sow crops on Zavoria here on a 4. What is this one over here? This is sow orchard plants. Oh, interesting. But I don't want her harvesting because she has very little skill. But she can help out, I think, with getting things planted. We're going to have to plant a lot of things. I have the vegetable garden mod, which adds who knows how many vegetables to the game. So that's a basic setup. We can go more deep into it a little bit later. The first order of business is going to be setting down areas we're going to eat. So I'm going to do this rich soil here. Probably an area about that big. This is going to be all of our food. And look at the options we have for foods. We got barley, cultivated agave, plumeria, pincushion cactus, bamboo, coffee, daisies, dense grass, dwarf bamboo, giant sunflower, succulent tall hedge, tea plant, wildflower, pasture grass. There's so many things. We're just going to go for something very basic right now. Let's just stick with rice. And let's throw in another grow zone. I want the very basics of survival here. It's going to be about that big for heal root. Minimum skill of 8. Luckily, we do have someone who can do it. Otherwise, that would have thrown an error. I'm not sure if we should plant anything else right away from all of these things. Do we need, like, tea to keep us happy? Do we need coffee things or whatnot to keep us happy? I'm not sure. We'll let this go for now as our basics. And then lastly, let's get a couple of very small structures up here. Look at how many different menus there are on the left side. If I were to go through them really quick, just so you guys could see all the different stuff. So the unmod, or UN mod, I'm not sure, adds all kinds of cool looking furnitures, more researches as well. It also has a whole industry for making cool stuff. Additional buildings, like we can make a steel building out in the distance someplace. For structures, we got some cool stone walls and ancient lampposts in there. The aviary, small geodesic dome. Not even sure what adds that. We have the actual Jurassic Park mod, which is pretty cool. We can build a gate to our theme park and all kinds of crazy trees, and I don't even know what that stuff is yet. We'll see. We'll see about it in the future. Smoke leaf industry is another thing I've got, so we can have a whole drug industry. It made sense with the volatile cannibals going around making drugs, I guess. A bunch of interesting stuff here from furniture. I got the SD round tables is finally updated. I missed that mod quite a bit, but that one's back now. And ooh, this old style mod is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at all these cool old style things. Rimkia over here as always. We got the Furniture Plus mod. Additional power things, I'm sure. Security's pretty basic. The Red Horse mod, just for some military themed, kind of cool looking things. Some various miscellaneous raised beds and flower arches, I suppose. Terraform mod I probably won't use because I feel it's kind of like cheating. But occasionally you need it to like move a piece of soil to get a base to look good, so it's there just for that. Fences, we have additional floors of all manner and variety. One thing that's awesome is the Zen Garden mod is now updated, so we can have all these things back and draw cool little lines in the sand here and there. Additionally, the temperature. Overwall programmable vents. Whew, that's some technology, huh? We got beds down. Here it is, hygiene. This is one of the most critical things. We actually have to provide a source of running heated water for everybody, or they're gonna flip out. That's not gonna be a problem at all. Washing machines, ceiling fans, lots and lots and lots of stuff. What we're going to start with, though, is something very basic, just a wooden wall. I want to get our stuff stored, so I want to do something I don't normally do and actually just make a storage room like this. Something extremely simple, and let's let everybody get to work here. Make sure the medicines are held priority. One thing I found out in the past is that deteriorating because of unroofed outdoors, shallow moving water. Yeah, items in shallow moving water will deteriorate faster, as will they if they're on marsh. My stream campaign, all of our medicines deteriorated in the marsh, and I had no idea. Steel is fine. Wood, on the other hand, is not. We're gonna have to haul that urgently, get it in there. These pants as well, and all these clothes. I also got this mod here, rendering map image. It's going to save a screenshot of the map every so long. We're already into a major break risk category, like 5 seconds into the game. But when we're all said and done, we can watch like a time lapse of all the structures getting built from that mod. But it is going to interrupt gameplay every once in a while. Let's look at what is up with Cinnamon here. Cinnamon's depressive, -12. Unsightly environment, sick, extremely low expectations, initial optimism, and good relationships. Okay? However, her threshold is so high Extreme break threshold 34, major break 49, minor is 64. That is complete absurdity. Absolute absurdity. Nice. So our food is now put in. For the most part, our medicines are in there. This stuff is completely safe now, even though it's really... I like how you have to go through 2 trees to get into the door. Like it's a little alcove and alleyway. We're starting to work on our first bedroom over here. This will be our campsite for everyone tonight. I think we can immediately go into beds. It'll be really helpful to get everyone to bed, even if they're living in the same room together. So we'll do one there, one here, and we'll have to do one there, one there. There's not too much say to be had about this. We'll throw in a basic plywood. You know what? Maybe a slightly nicer floor. The basic plywood floors are beauty -1. These are beauty 0. All right, let's put in horizontal planks. Oops, I actually messed this up, of course. And everyone's now outside, and it's pretty hot out. 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 Celsius. It's a foggy rain. Yeah, look at this whole body wetness, soggy. That's apparently a health condition. Cinnamon is sweaty. It's too hot here. I'm sweating -4. All right, well, we're working on it as fast as we can. You can see Cinnamon over here washing. Yeah, washing off. She couldn't handle being soggy and sweaty in the rain, so she went to go wash off in the river, which is pretty cool. Zavori looks to be going to do the same thing. Yep. You look over here in needs, and there's actually a hygiene need. Also a bladder need, which is a bit of a thing I should probably work on right now. And everyone also has a private need when they're using the bathroom and whatnot, so you need to make sure they have either their own bathrooms or... Look at this. Is that water on the ground there? That's crazy. Are those mushrooms? Yeah, I'm moving some mushrooms up to the storage bin. Huh. Anyway, they either need their own private bathrooms or they need, like, gender-specific bathroom that's sectioned off with enough stalls so they can have their own privacy or whatnot. But we'll work on that later. Oh, you guys can see right there, the tide just came up. Bit of a lag spike when it comes up, but it pushed all the way up into this area. Luckily, I did... Ooh, look at that. The tide actually comes right up to the foot of our building. Holy, look how much wetter this looks. This is crazy. And then also, this terrain now is wet, rich soil. Fertility 220%, so anything we've got in there is going to grow like crazy fast. We do at least have beds now, which is great, but one thing we're lacking is wood to finish. Zavori is working on that. Mango will work on it in a second. Cinnamon's chopping. I love these little ponds that form here and there and everywhere. That's such a cool thing. Okay, it's the 2nd of April, May. We all have beds. No one's had to go to sleep yet. I'm cutting down the tree. And it looks like we are indeed... Yep. I had to go take a bath before bed, apparently. But we are indeed going to be able to sleep inside tonight. It's going to be dark, but it's at least going to be dry. So because these beds are so close together, we can actually cover them all with 2 end tables for comfort, I believe. And I should be able to get a dresser. Yes, 1 dresser for everyone. Look at that. All 4 bedrooms. We'll put that in. And I did throw in a torch here as well. What is this noise? What am I hearing? No idea. Now, the dinosaurs are passive because... Oh, that's what happened. Whoa. What just happened? Something was dead over there, and this Dimetrodon apparently ate it and just went to sleep. Huh. It must have been... I think this thing was, like, laying on top of it. Now, these things will attack us when they get hungry. They are just like normal predators, and there's so many predators on the map now. Shut off the zone so we can see like the more natural environment. So many predators, it's going to be a really common occurrence. Little Mac here, I don't know how long he's going to survive. I like how he just watches guard over all of us at night. Look at that. Me and Cinnamon side by side. Well, night number 1 complete. Everyone's very close to having a mental break. But moods are okay. We have a beds, we have a house, we got a roof. Tomorrow we'll improve our progress a little bit more. And then we'll grow some more stuff. And then I'm not sure exactly where to go. We need to build a bathroom, actually. I'm going to plan that out right now. And there's my beautifully planned out basic bathroom. Literally just 2 stalls with super basic latrines. Now, the way I understand this is that there's going to be a bunch of sewage in this dirt, which could contaminate. Oh, look at this. What am I even looking at? Is that showing me where this water is flowing? It very well might be. There is, with the Dubs Hygiene mod, there is a water chart if I can see it. Here's a heat map showing us how hot the different rooms are. Toggles the totals. Oh, that's cool. So I hit totals, and this is showing us... I can click on that. This is one of the mods. This is 145 wood and 66 work hours left. Using this totals tooltip down here. The / key to toggle it on and on. On and off, rather. That's pretty cool. Walk speed overlay. It's showing us how hard it is to walk everywhere. It's pretty hard to walk everywhere in here, essentially. This is the harvest overlay. Wow. That's crazy. These are all new things I've never seen before. We've got the lighting overlay. Well, it's really dark inside because it's roofed. That's about it. This is the fertile terrain overlay. Guess we want to use that. So that's very helpful. The buildable terrain overlay, if we want to use this. Toggle the beauty overlay. That's not helpful right now, but maybe in the future. I could have sworn there was a way to see the water, but I may have to actually build the bathroom things first to see where they are. Down here in Dubs Hygiene, you had to build like a water well or something like. Yes, I think that's what it is. If I want to go to put in a well. Ah, there's the water overlay. So you can see these are the. So this is the super wet map. So there's very little places that are dry. And the reason this matters is because we have to like drop the sewage someplace that doesn't contaminate the water supply and then make everyone sick. So I suppose we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Look at that. Just a morning shower or a morning bath in the lake right by the storehouse. It's not bad, huh? Get our bathroom together, hopefully, before our bladder needs go off the chart. Uh-oh. Oh, Mangle's going to use it, the poor guy. We haven't even put the walls up yet. Buddy, you couldn't have waited like 2 minutes. Oh, no. So now, here we can change the gender restriction. The fixture must be inside a room. We can also link it to a specific bed if we wanted to make it a private for a room. By the way, do you guys hear that? Oh, here we go. Oh, no, the Diamondtron. What is going on here? What is happening? This poor little buddy. He's dead. Diamondtron, who ate somebody here yesterday, apparently got attacked in his sleep by this Ornithoscus or some such. And then also the Suchomycus. I'm sure I'm getting these names right. The poor guy. He's missing 30% of his body parts. Well, apparently he just literally got attacked by 2 dinosaurs of different species at the exact same time. What is this little thing? Well, that's that weird looking, Come here, you. See, oh, look at this one. It's like a little Quetzalcoatlus or whatever the heck it's called. We also have bamboo. You can make things specifically out of bamboo now. Looks like Mac's not even moving. Not sure why. He seems to be stuck in there. Mango at one point got stuck as well. Cinnamon is in red. Like extreme break risk already. Recreation deprived. We can work on that right now. We'll put in at least a horseshoe pit out front. Because we don't have enough wood stored, which makes some sense because we haven't chopped down enough wood. So we'll get some more here just from the local areas. What else is Cinnamon's issues? Awful barracks, ate without a table, soaking wet. All right, the next thing, of course, is making a little dining room, maybe with some food or whatnot. This is, I gotta be honest here, I am very overwhelmed. We want to have at least 3 spaces, so we need to do 5. Very overwhelmed by the amount of things that there are in this mod. Or this this campaign. There is so... Look how mad Cinnamon is. She doesn't want to be taking, like, a bath in the lake right now. Oh, no. This is less than ideal. I think I might use these things here for at least give our colonists a little bit of a warm, rustic feeling. Ooh, this wood logs table is actually very cool. Let's put that in. And a wood logs chair. You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll throw down a stockpile zone here and here. And these ones, if I remember correctly, there was some, yeah, right down here. I have a new mod. You could select preset. So we can make this meals. We can do the same thing over here. Select preset meals. There's a bunch of different presets we can set up or use. I'm not sure if you can set them up, actually. And of course, we're going to need a little bit more wood. Managing our moods. Now, we have the initial colony optimism. Imagine how hard this is going to be once we lose that. Extremely low expectations. Initial optimism of 10. We're going to have to get out of barracks almost immediately. But at least it is warm. Oh, no. There it is. Our first mental break. Actually, 2 of them. At the exact same time, Mango decides to smash the wall to the bathroom. He was so mad it wasn't there before. And Zavoria doesn't want to live anymore. Already on day number 2, she's had it with this place. It's so wet and damp and hot. Awful here. And there's like dead carcasses of Dimetrons nearby. Oh, whoa. Did I just see some hearts? Are me and Cinnamon bonding over the... Oh, wait a minute. Nope. I tried to do that and I was rebuffed. Rebuffed by... Oh, actually, no. Cinnamon tried to romance me and was rebuffed. That's not going to work out well for her. I wonder why that is exactly. Cinnamon pursued Xavier by jokingly poking at his muscles. Cinnamon, you dastardly dastard. Why would you do that? Don't you know how hard it is to grow muscles when you're a natural stick man? Xavier gave a minimal response. I am not pleased with your wooing attempt, Cinnamon. Also, your eyebrows are a little bit crooked there. I want to fix that before you... Oh, never mind. She just had to move her eyes. That's what it was. All right, well, we're off to a great start, friends. We don't even have a medicine bed. Not that we particularly need it just yet. What we probably want to do, though, thinking about it, is a stockpile down here. This one, I'm going to select the presets to medical. Awesome. So that should be higher priority, I believe. Nope, it's actually normal. Let's get it up to preferred. And then over here with the meals as well, and these 2 stockpiles. This is different than the other mod that I used to use, because the other mod used to have the presets down here, so it'd be like 16 different stockpiles. Oh boy. This is going to be really difficult, but not difficult in the way that my prior campaigns were difficult in. We're going to have to be technically much better in terms of building things and keeping moods in check. Oh, Zavoria is just wandering into the lake, cutting her wrists. She's soggy and she's had enough. Luckily, she's tough, so we don't have to worry about that too much, I don't think. We'll be able to save her, no problem. Mango is done having a tantrum, so he goes into the lake to have a bath. We should probably get a real bath going soon. I have to say, I am intrigued by this campaign. The difficulty is a whole new world for me. It feels like a different game. Speaking of, if you guys have never seen Rimworld before and you want to pick up a copy, I'll leave a link in the description down below where you can do so and simultaneously support the channel. Also, all the character names in all of my Rimworld campaigns are directly from my patrons, although I do plan to drop Patreon as soon as there's a viable alternative. For the time being, it's a massive part of my income, so thank you very much to those of you who are sticking around and making it possible for me to continue making Rimworld videos. And if you guys want a name and you're not a patron, well, that's the way to get into a chance for that. There'll be a link in the description down below. Thank you guys very much for that. But I have no idea how long this initial episode is. I'm going to err on the side of playing a little bit shorter here as soon as we save Zavoria and patch her up. I do feel as though I need to think a lot about this. I'm going to need definitely a bathroom, definitely individual bedrooms. We got to get people's moods under control because holy... In my test campaigns, everyone was in relationships, and I didn't have volatile. So the one change I made from the last test campaign was I cut out Mac has collapsed due to extreme exhaustion. Oh, I thought he was bugged out, and he was stuck there the whole time. But anyway, I added volatile since the last time I played. Let's do an animal sleeping spot over here for Mac. And then our number one best doctor is Mango. Mango, would you be so kind? Oh, you can edit the colonist's appearance. Oh, that's cool. At the dresser. I didn't know you could do that. I guess Mac is actually just passed out. He's not starving or dying or anything. Oh, no. Now I've thrown a tantrum. It happened because I was hungry. Hungry, pessimist, mediocre barrack, ate without a table, soaking wet, disturbed sleep. Yeah, getting out of the barracks is going to be the most important thing we can do. These basic latrines, their pit is already 22% full in that one. Can we change? There we go. That one can be female. We'll make this one into male. I figured the females get the double wide one, because why not? And then over here, death in 18 hours. Zavoria, because Zavoria is tough, Zavoria just won't fall down. So I thought it was going to be not a problem, but actually, this is going to be more of a problem, because Zavoria just won't get knocked out. We're going to have a... Ooh, look at Cinnamon using the latrine over there. Nice, eating at the table. Look at this beautiful, beautiful table Cinnamon's eating at. Raining in half the room with a tree there and a puddle next to her. But, I mean, we're living in the jungle. By the way, this is the first time I've ever done a jungle campaign. Oh, look at that steel. I don't want to unforbid it because it's going to fill up our room here. Speaking of, one thing I should do is let's put a dumping stockpile out here. Let's add in steel. Wow. That's a lot of stuff. Let's add in steel over there. Beautiful. Grab this one. Shut the steel off. Just to get that out, because we don't need that inside. It won't rot outside at all. Well, Zavoria is still wandering out here with bad hygiene, completely soggy, with moderate blood loss and malnutrition, with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cuts and a couple of cracks. Actually, 4 cracks. Zavoria is really trying to hack her arm off, it seems, there. Meanwhile, Mango's out here. Look at this beautiful field, though. It's already 71% grown because it's been raining so much. What is this little buddy? Who are you? A kiwi. Guys, there's kiwis here. Zavoria has stopped self-harming. Let's stop watching that kiwi for a second. Hopefully Zavoria can make it back. Yeah, 11 hours. I think so. And our best doctor is indeed... Wow, our best doctor is Mango with a 4. Mango and me with a 4, yeah. Wow, that's crazy. All right, let's have Mango come in here and tend to her immediately. Now, do we need to use our good medications? I don't necessarily think so. We'll probably just go to herbal meds for now, which means we're actually going to use just our bare hands. But unless we get in... We need to save those for infections. This will be the first campaign in probably half a dozen campaigns where I can actually make good medicines. I've been restricted because of medieval technologies. Actually, probably the first time in like 10 campaigns, to be honest. But with that being said, let's grab everyone here on the medical tab and switch everyone over to just herbal meds to save on those in the future. And then anything else? Oh, yeah, the research tree is completely different here. I haven't wrapped my head around that. What have I done? I don't know what any of this stuff is. Holy mother of hash browns, friends. Well, we're in for a wild ride, I feel. We did indeed save Zavoria. We've had 3 mental breaks already. Amazingly, Cinnamon isn't mental breaking yet. I'm going around to repair stuff. This is not too bad. Let's make it pretty in there with the floor. Amazingly, making the floors is probably one of the best things I can do. Holy, there's just so many things. Let's put in a basic wooden rustic plank floor. Just getting people's moods a little bit higher is so important right now. And I do think individual rooms is our next bet, and then a legitimate bathroom is going to come after that. With maybe we'll get a well running and pump the sewage someplace. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll cut into the mine here and pump the sewage into the cave. I don't know. Look at this little buddy. We're going to start getting our dinosaur park put together. We got to build a guest room very soon for the hospitality visitors. By the way, that animal is completely gone. And I haven't even set up a cook yet. That's another thing we need to do. And our survival, well, we have 33 survival meals, so we'll be okay for a little bit, but boy, is there a lot of stuff going on. In any event, I think that's a good stopping point for the first. Oh, actually, never mind. We did haul him over here. 37%. So we can maybe butcher him up if we get the food done in 1.2 days. But lots of stuff to get going with. I'm looking forward to this campaign. I will tell you what. I'm looking forward to going out and caravanning. I'm less scared about caravanning now because not merciless difficulty, so the raids shouldn't be so hard that randomly everyone just dies, which is something I was always worried about in the past with caravanning, so I very randomly did it, or rarely did it, rather. But, yeah, this is going to be a challenge to overcome, and so many more things to do in the next episode. I can't wait. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Oh, also, this is the first episode of the series, so if you like it, I very much appreciate hitting the like button. It helps out a tremendous amount on the first episode of the series. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. We want to have at least 3 spaces, so we need to do 5. Very overwhelmed by the amount of things that there are in this mod. Or this this campaign. There are so... Look how mad Cinnamon is. She doesn't want to be taking, like, a bath in the lake right now. Oh, no. This is less than ideal.